What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back, King and I Life podcast. Look here, we back talking about them seven
Yes,
sins.
sir.
Man, we've been going for a minute, but
Yeah.
we got some. We still got 4 more to get through. Wait, 5 more. Shit,
We
we only
just
did through
on
2
greed right now. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah. But anyway, y'all know what to do. Everything is in the description, the Patreon, all the other links and all that other stuff. So definitely jump on that. We're going to go ahead and jump back into it. You got anything else to say on greed?
No, I think I'm good on greed. We can go on and move on to the next one, sir. I'll let you kick that one off.
Wrath.
Sir.
Wrath is an intense emotional state involving a strong, uncontrollable, and non-cooperative response to a perceived provocation, hurt, or threat. To provide a little context on this, I will relate this to one movie.
Okay.
Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan.
Boy, you went way back there then, didn't it?
I did go way back, and I specifically referenced that to that movie because Khan was very, very in emotional state that was strong and unconformable. He was uncooperative, and he was just out of pocket. So that's why I related to that movie.
Mm-hmm. He was definitely out of his feelings.
Oh yeah, way out
on
there.
that one, not out of it. He was in his feelings.
Yeah,
down deep.
Either
in his
way,
feelings.
he was on one.
He was really on one side. But that one right there. I kind of feel like someone who's been hurt in the past, for whatever reason, whether it be a man or a woman. I kind of picture them taking their wrath out on the next person.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So it's kind of like it's crazy to me how the person that hurt you, for some particular reason, we often feel that that's the only person who can heal you. I don't know why now that is. But if it be a girlfriend or boyfriend who cheated on you or did you wrong some kind of way, you up here got it fixated in your mind. Okay, you hurt me. You have to fix this. Because,
or you have to pay.
Yeah, you have to pay. Especially the next person who had absolutely nothing to do with what happened between you and that current person that hurt you. So you are taking your wrath out on someone who only has the best intentions for you. It's kind of funny because I've seen plenty of females and fellas diss someone who was, pretty much worship the damn ground that they worked or walked on. And then only after that person had enough and walked away, that's when you go through the motions or, years pass. And then one day your ass could be laying in bed, tired as hell, and it will hit you like a ton of bricks. Damn. That was the one I should have kept. But by then it's way too late because that other person has moved on. They got a whole nother life going on, so on and so forth. But that wrath, man, you gotta learn to let shit go, man. For real, you gotta learn to let it go.
Yeah. What I will say about this thing that we're talking about, wrath.
Mm-hmm.
It's a beast.
Yes, sir.
Um, and a lot of us exhibit this behavior when we're young, um, because a lot of us are not taught how to control these emotional feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you got to look at it like this: if we go off the definition of intense emotional state involving a strong, unconformable, and non-cooperative response to a perceived provocation, hurt, or threat. Now, some of us, when we were little, we had our favorite toy, and if somebody picked up our favorite toy, we went the fuck off. We wanted to fight. We wanted to bash a head in. We wanted to cry. We wanted to lose our damn minds over a toy that somebody wanted to play with. They wasn't stealing it. And because we were not taught how to deal with those situations, a lot of people let that carry up through adolescence and adulthood. Um, you one should be taught how to deal with that as they're growing up. And when they're not, and they take that into adolescence, their teenage years, into adulthood, it intensifies. Um, then you have to look at how that affects other people, as with the other ones. Because it's this common thread. You know, you can be emotional. You can, things can affect you, but you should not get outside of yourself so far that it's affecting your ability to think clearly.
True that.
It's affecting your health, your judgment, how it affects other people, because you're going to end up doing something stupid. Like the podcast that we did of acting out of anger. Um, that can be relatable to wrath as well.
Yeah.
So, um, something like this, also as it relates to religion. Um, although this is one of the seven sins, it's like I can separate it from that and be like, is anything worth getting that damn mad about?
Honestly, hell no.
Right?
There's
Hell
only like
no.
one or two things that I could think of that would make me completely and totally lose it on. And I'm not even gonna say what they are, but you guys, you know me well enough to know the things that get close to me, as they say. But
Mm-hmm.
the older I get, the more I realize a lot of the dumb shit I used to do, as far as like getting upset over shit, I was really in my feelings, because when I sit back and think about the shit, I'm like, the best thing you probably could do was just walk away.
True.
Um, and
Very
that's
true.
kind of like where I'm at with a whole lot of things nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
When people piss me off or rub me the wrong way, I just stop fucking with them.
Mm.
It used to be I'd be the type I give people 2 and 3 chances, and certain individuals I gave a whole lot of goddamn chances.
Right.
But nowadays, I don't even give your ass 2 strikes.
Mm.
Like, really, if you do something now that, rubs me the wrong way, or, as they say, leave a bad taste in my mouth, I just stop fucking with you.
Mm.
I'm not mad at you. I'm not upset with you. I don't hate you. I don't have any ill will against you. I just stop fucking with you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have time for you and your nonsense. Because if
Right.
you know me well enough to know there's certain shit I will go for, and certain shit I'm not finna let fly.
Mm-hmm.
And
True.
again, I'm too old to be goddamn up here. You trying to test me and shit. What the fuck? Goddamn, this ain't goddamn
Mm.
kindergarten or goddamn fifth
Mm.
grade or whatever the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? We're not in school. Why the fuck you trying to test me?
Right.
Just know I'm not the one to test. I don't have
Mm.
time for it. When you're young, you have energy to be tested. But the older you get
Right.
and the wiser you get, no, go ahead. I'm good.
Yeah.
That's kind of my wrath right there. I just stopped fucking
Yeah.
with you.
Mm. Yeah. It took me a while to get like that. Because for the longest time, and I want to put this out there because, you know, the definition says intense emotional state. Uh, but it doesn't always come off as people think of intense. It could be intense to the fact to where you may not see it, but my determination inside can be intense. Like I could be very intent on hurting you at all costs, but I could do it with a smile on my face. Um, and that's one way that I used to be.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be like, yeah, I'm gonna get you. Oh, you gonna get it. And I went out of my way to to get you.
Return the favor, as they say.
Like, yeah, return the favor plus some. Um, and and as you were saying about the hurt, somebody that hurt you, it's like at although it's easy for a lot of us to point the finger at someone else for whatever they did to make us feel a certain way, sometimes we got to sit back and be like, you know what? I put myself in that position. So I perceived that provocation and that hurt or that threat. Like, um, just like a person could be driving down the street and I'm not paying attention and I almost get hit by a car and I'm mad at them, but it's like, was I paying attention?
Yeah.
You know, I perceived that you were trying to hurt me and I got irate. Now I'm ready to throw a brick at your window and break it out. So, yeah, so that's what I got with that one.
Yeah, man. It's funny you would bring that up, though. I've seen plenty of situations where road rage.
My
The
goodness.
motherfucker cut me off, so now I gotta get at you. I gotta you gotta feel my wrath because you cut me off.
You're
And
right.
I used to be a big uh how should I say?
Mm.
I would allow myself to entertain the thought of fucking somebody else when they used to do shit like that.
Yeah.
But again,
Yeah.
I've gotten to a point where I'm like, you know what, bro? If you had to cut me off or pull out in front of me, one or two things is how I look at it now. One, you seriously weren't paying attention, or two, you were just so intent upon being in that particular space in time that
Mm-hmm.
no matter the consequences, meaning you couldn't wait those 2 extra seconds or whatever to get
Right.
there, then I just let you be there
Let you be there.
because I'm not gonna let you get into my head of making me feel some kind of way about you. Meaning, you know what? When he stop at this damn light, it's on.
Right.
No, bro, go ahead. If it's meant for
Mm.
you to be there, be there. But I'm just mentally at that particular place in my life. But the next person, they might not be so forgiving. They might come out and
Yeah.
want to bash your damn windows and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, but anyway, on to the next one.
Yeah. Yeah. On to the next one. On to the next
Envy.
one.
When a person lacks
Mm.
another's superior quality, achievements, or possessions, and either desire it or wishes that the other lacked it. Mm. Go and read that one again. Read that one again. When a
Yes,
person
go
lacks
ahead,
another
please.
person's
Put a stamp
superior
on it.
quality, achievement, or possession, and either desires it or wishes that the other lacked it. We talking about envy now.
Yes, we are talking about envy. And we ain't talking about DJ envy. So, on this one, again, this has a common theme with the other ones. As long as what you feeling and thinking doesn't affect other people, it's cool.
Right.
Um, with this, we see this and have seen it, have experienced it, have done this so many times that it's crazy. Um, I can go back to when I was a kid. Um, sometimes when it came to toys, um, this person had a toy that I didn't have and knew damn well I wasn't gonna get. I wish they didn't goddamn have it. Um, um, or I wish I had it. And it was strong. Then you get to the point where, especially us as teenagers, teenage boys going through puberty and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
Hey, there was that cute girl,
Yes, that part.
and you wanted that joker bad. Like she
Mm-hmm.
was the cream of the crop. She was gonna have your baby. She's gonna be your wife.
Yeah.
And this other dude had her. And in our minds, if we felt like we was better than that dude,
Mm-hmm.
we was like, he shouldn't have her. That should be mine.
Yes.
Or even if it was the jock, he shouldn't have her. He ain't good enough for her. She should be mine. He shouldn't have her. Like, we've all been there. Then the times when the damn times when somebody get a driver's license and they parents give them a car and your
Oh
parent like
man.
like Eddie Murphy said, you can't afford it. Dude, I can't tell you how many times when we was in Germany, I wish motherfuckers ain't had no cars or this or that or whatever. Shoes and this, because it was like,
Oh
yo,
man.
I gotta go home and I ain't asking my mother because I know she gonna say hell no, get out my goddamn face and blah blah blah. And it's like I wish that motherfucker ain't had that shit. Like I should steal it, you know.
Key it
Um,
up.
yeah, key it up, whatever. And I'm not even gonna front. It's been times as an adult I've had some fucking envy. Um, but it's as an adult, it was never to the point where it got out of pocket for me.
Right.
I would look at that and be like, damn, I wish I had that. But it was never, oh God damn, I wish I had that. I wish you didn't. It was never to that point as an adult.
Mm-hmm.
Probably in my 20s, I started to get out of that. Um, so in my 20s, I started to get out of that. I mean, hell, who doesn't envy someone to a degree? But as long as you can keep that shit in perspective, it's cool.
I'll say this. I was never really envious over materialistic things. And I guess because
Never ever.
I'll put it to you like this. Because of, my upbringing in Alabama, uh, meaning living with my grandparents, while my father was stationed abroad. Again, growing up in that household where there were so many damn different people coming in the house and passing through, so many different personalities.
Mm-hmm.
And we were all so damn for lack of a better word, fucking poor.
Mm.
But to tell you the truth, we're so poor we never even knew we were poor because
Okay, I got you.
again, we always had food on the table. Lights were already on or always on, and if they
Mm-hmm.
weren't, we used candles or
Right.
lamps. And I
Mm-hmm.
know some of y'all gonna laugh at my ass about this, but we lived in a house that didn't have running water.
Hey, that ain't nothing to laugh at because that
So
shit is out there like
yeah,
that.
we if we wanted to use the bathroom, we had to go to the outhouse.
Mm.
I can laugh at this shit now, right? But
Right.
so when I was growing up, and I hear people talk about how poor they were, and I was like, y'all motherfuckers are rich compared to me.
Mm.
Y'all had
Right.
running water and lights and y'all shit. But anyway,
Right.
to get back on point, I always was the type to want to see people have whatever it was they desired
Mm-hmm.
when it came down to materialistic things. Because when you come from an environment of not having, all those wonderful things around you, but you got
Mm-hmm.
family, you got love, it really, for me, it let me know that, materialistic shit, you're going to get it. It's going to be nice if you do have it. But at some point, you got to come back down to reality and realize that that shit ain't even important.
Right. Yeah.
But one thing I did, or I can honestly say I was envy of, is when I got to a point in my life that I wanted to have a family,
Mm-hmm.
and people around me had already started their family.
Mm.
I would be a little bit envious of that shit because I'm like,
Right.
man, why this motherfucker got goddamn kids and a wife, and this motherfucker ain't even loyal to her like that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, how this motherfucker got goddamn kids and he ain't even no goddamn father. He don't even take care of his
Mm.
kids and shit. That type of envy was the shit that I had.
Right. Right.
But back in high school, there was this one female when I probably met this chick when I was in ninth grade and had a crush on her ass all the way to the 11th grade. Never told her.
Mm.
But all her boyfriends, I was like, why the fuck she with that dude when that dude ain't even gonna treat her right?
Mm.
That dude don't even love her like that.
Oh
You know what I'm
man.
saying?
Right.
So I had that type of envy. But
Mm.
again, I eventually grew out of that shit once I hit college.
Yeah. It's funny that you brought up how you lived in the South and everybody was so poor y'all didn't even know y'all was poor. Um, that's one of those things where whether it's in the South or in the North where I grew up,
Mm-hmm.
and who was around you, because for me it was like I didn't know I was poor to the point where it, like you explained it.
Right.
Um, so because everybody around me wasn't poor, I felt like I was poor because I saw others with and I couldn't have.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, so I envied other people, even other family members, because you know I'd have cousins or whatever the case may be, and they getting this and they getting that, and I'm sitting there like, God damn, why can't I have this? Why can't I have that? And I'm going home to in my mind what is bullshit, and you know, and I really don't fully comprehend what is going on over there. It's just that I see certain things that I want
Right.
that I know I can't have, and because of whatever my situation was, I was envious of them.
Mm-hmm.
So that bothered me a lot. But you know, it took a while to it took being an adult to understand envy,
Right.
and how uh corrupting it is to your brain. Um, but then it takes a person's character. And again, it takes how you're raised and how these things are explained to you for you to understand, where you are, and be able to appreciate what you do have. And when it's your time, if you work for certain things, you'll get those things.
For that. I mean, the whole thing about seeing other people with materialistic things, I will say, man, I wish I could enjoy that. Meaning, when
Mm-hmm.
I see people with, whether it be a classic car or an exotic car or something along those lines, and I want to experience that,
Mm-hmm.
but I never been envious to the point of, I can't stand that motherfucker. I wish that motherfucker never had that shit. I hope he wrecked that shit.
Oh man.
It was always like that for me. Uh,
Mm.
but again, my biggest flaw when it came down to that was, again, just wanting to be in a space where I wasn't ready to be there yet. In my
Right.
heart, I wanted to have kids. I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
raise kids and, have the perfect female mate. But
Mm-hmm.
my maturity level, it's probably best I didn't get those things until I do have them, because I probably wouldn't have treated them necessarily the best at that particular time in my life, meaning spend time with them and, pour into them
Right.
the way I
Mm-hmm.
used to or would want to, because I was here and there and everywhere in between.
Right.
So I just think that everything happens in its due time now, when it's meant for you to have it, or when you tell the universe that it's time for me to make a change, it'll happen
Mm-hmm.
for you.
True. Definitely true. Yeah, I totally agree with that. Totally agree with that. Totally. Totally. Yeah. Mm.
All right.
Envy is a motherfucker though.
I know, right?
She running through my mind until her feet hurt. She know me too
But yo,
well.
it is the King and I Life podcast, hosted by your man, Soul Touch the Poet, and my brother.
So Lex,
Yo, everything is in the description. Like, subscribe, share. Um, Follow us on those platforms. So unless you got anything else on that?
hey man, you guys hit us up on that KINGANDEYE369 at gmail.com. That's King and I
Yeah.
369 gmail.com. Make sure you guys send us your thoughts, what topics you want us to discuss. You want to come on the show, hit us up, let us know, let's chop it up. Again, don't be shy or bashful. You can subscribe to our Patreon channel. And you can also, if you want to contribute to the show, no matter how small or how large, you can hit us up on that Cash App, man. And all that information can be found in the description. Promise you.
We out.
Peace, family.